How can we live out the corporal works of mercy in our life? The corporal works of mercy, traditionally there's 7 of them, which include feed the hungry, give drink to the thirsty, clothe the naked, visit the imprisoned, visit or care for the sick, give alms to the poor, and bury the dead. So why should we care about these things in the first place? Well, corporal needs, meaning corporal body, are the basic needs of humanity. And Jesus mentions in the gospel, especially in Matthew 25, whatever you did to the least of my brothers and sisters, you did it to me. And whatever we did not do to the least of our brothers and sisters, we did not do it to Jesus himself. So it's hugely important for the Christian to be aware of the secret disguise of God himself in the needs of our poor brothers and sisters around us and their needs. So it's a huge way to grow in relationship with Jesus, to be attentive to these things. Okay, so 2 quick interior questions that I would really encourage us to ponder and to actually have a personal answer to. And so the first one is this. Am I willing to actually see the needs of others? So much of our life is we're bombarded with our own needs. We kind of get a tunnel vision on my own needs, my own desires, my own time, and we get so worked up and we get a little bit of tunnel vision, and oftentimes we're relatively blind to seeing the needs of others. It's just not even always on our radar. So the first is, am I willing to see it? Am I willing to see the needs of others? And when you start praying in this way, oh yes, God will absolutely start opening things up to you to be able to see the needs of others. Which leads to the second question, which is, am I willing to be inconvenienced for the sake of the needs of others? This is where the rubber hits the road. Sometimes we can see things, but we're like, but I don't really see it. I don't really want to act on it. And so charity is never convenient. Have you ever noticed this? Charity will always make demands on us. It will be inconvenient for our own time, our schedule, our precious schedules. It'll be inconvenient for our attention spans. I'd rather be attentive to my own needs than the needs of others, for example. So charity will always be somewhat inconvenient for us. So are we willing to be inconvenient for the sake of acting on the needs of others? 2 huge questions which then allow us to truly move forward in true charity in the corporal works of mercy. I just want to mention a few practical ways that I found to be somewhat helpful. So all of us on any given day or week, especially if we live in a populated area, we're going to be running into people that are asking for help, especially from a money perspective, food, something. There's people with signs all over the place. And so we always are called as Christians to give something. It doesn't always have to be money. It doesn't always have to be this, that, or the other thing. But to give something, especially our attention. But one very practical way I found is to pre-buy gift cards to various food places, like $10 gift cards to Subway, $10 gift cards to Chipotle, whatever, and to have 3 or 4 of them in my wallet on any given time so that if there's somebody asking for something, it's an easy way and a really safe way just to give people something. And to be able to say, like, absolutely, here, take this. And we know that they probably wouldn't be able to use it for drugs and things like that, but it's an easy way to pre-plan our charity. And that way, it actually helps us, like, I actually want to see the needs of others so I can give. We are certainly able to give money, things like that, but to actually have something set aside and pre-planned, like this is for the needs of the poor. It really actually makes it somewhat exciting when somebody asks for things. Second is, on any given day or month, it seems like someone around us in our relational circle, friends, family, acquaintances, is sick or infirm. Even something like a simple headache or a migraine, you know? And so sometimes we might send them a quick text like, hey, thinking of you, which is great. Perhaps a better thing to do is to say, do you need anything? And so sometimes, like, even just like going to the pharmacy and picking up some medication, making somebody some soup, even if it's ramen noodles, some little gesture of acting on the needs of others that just are inconvenienced by this sickness or illness, and we can actually do something about it. It might entail something on our time, again, our schedule, but a quick way on anyone, just about anyone in our given week is not feeling very well, and we can actually act on that. Third and final way is, as a good Americans, we usually have a lot of stuff, material possessions. And we are called to actually live simple lives. And so we can do kind of a 2-for-1. We can unclutter our room and our possessions by giving it to the needs of others, especially like lightly used clothing items. To be able to say, I haven't used this in 12 months. I think I could easily donate this to Goodwill or to a good cause. Plenty of people, very poor people, are looking for easy access to things that we are never using. And so it's a great way to live an uncluttered, simple life, to unclutter our possessions, and to actually give to the needs of others. So there's a myriad of other ways, but I encourage us to have this on our radar of how can I be attentive to the needs of others and see the hidden disguise oftentimes of Jesus himself. God bless you.